Well, I've come down just a little bit from how I was feeling at the end of the last episode as we got the season started. Season number 5 of our youth movement here at SV ELVERSBERG. Now, we've done a couple of things since we last saw each other. First off, we have a new affiliate. They are in the French National 3, Group D. It's US SAR Union. We got this affiliation not only to send players out on loan, although I think it's a low enough level that it may not do them a lot of good, but because we went across the border into France, hopefully, my fingers are crossed, we'll be able to get some players of French origin in our youth intake, and hopefully they are of a very high quality. On top of that, we have made some moves. Now, the only outs are loans for development, but we do have ourselves a new goalkeeper, and this falls into the category of yet another player that I wish we could have gotten years ago that didn't want to join us, that all of a sudden is like, hey, you know what, ELVERSBERG, you're kind of cool now. This is Stefan Drliaka. He is fantastic. You can see for the stats below, he's already made 6 appearances for us. Well, it may not be just for us. We got him from Dynamo Dresden. They were promoted back to our league, but I guess he wanted to leave. They was transfer listed. 775,000 did the trick. We didn't have a lot to spend our money on. Max Schreiber did want a new contract. We kind of pushed him off till the end of the season. Hopefully he doesn't kick off too much of a fuss as we look to move forward. How have we done, my friends? Well, it ain't been bad. We followed up our 3-0 loss away at Hamburg with a 1-0 loss at home to Hansa Rostock. But we were much more competitive in this match. Ryan Naderi, who seems to be a thorn in our side, did tend to score a lot, and we have made a change of tactic, which we will go over before we get into the match. Pretty even as far as shots were concerned. Possession was actually tilted a little bit our way. They just got an opportunity and they seized it. Still only the 2 shots on target, though, for us, which wasn't great. We then met up with Bonn in the first round of the DFB Pokal. This one was pretty easy. We did a fully rotated squad on this one, just a couple of guys. This was Drliaka's first appearance with the club. Alexander Schaefer got his first goal of the year. Marvin Houston scored. Carlos Zickinger got a goal from the defensive midfield position. Lucas Hoffman, coming in as a substitute, scored as well. We could not parlay that into another win, though, on the road at Nuremberg. It was another close affair. The difference was the Cedric Toucher penalty that he scored in the 68th minute. We just gave away terrible opportunities. I think we should have at least walked away with a point in that one. We did get 3 points at home against St. Pauli, who were at the time at the top of the table. It took till the second half, but we really poured things on in the final 45. Yannick Rochelt, Angelo Stavridis finally getting some playing time. He scored as well, picking up his first of the season. 2-0 for our first victory in the league of the year. We could not carry that over on the road at Fortuna Dusseldorf. However, again, a fairly even contest. They just took care of opportunities where we did not. 0.45 XG. They managed to score 2 goals. We just were not good enough on the night. But we're seeing improvement throughout the club, which we then took to a home tilt against Bochum, a team that has beaten us in the past, beaten us very handily in the past. Marvin Houston scoring in the 70th minute. We didn't get a ton of chances in this one. Bochum got a few more, but they weren't able to get a lot of shots on target. Another clean sheet for Drliaka. Marvin Houston picking up man of the match for that goal. Then it was against a Cologne team that was very tough to break down. They were playing a 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure why they were just able to overpower us and be so impenetrable. We finally did break through, though, in the 80th minute. Paul Henrich picking up an equalizer to rescue a point on the road of a match that I thought was an absolute goner. And then back home, we beat Osnabrück, who were behind us on the table. They're actually in last place. That's why they gave us such a run for our money in this one. Even though we dominated possession, they got the majority of the shots, but it was Angelo Stavridis breaking through 84 minutes in to give us the 1-0 lead, which puts us currently in 12th place in the Zweite Bundesliga on 10 points. We're 4 points clear of today's opponent in Karlsruhe. Now let us get to our tactic, my friends. We have shifted things up a little bit. We've decided to go with a narrow 4-2-2-2. It seems to be working. We're playing much more of like a tiki-taka style. The shorter passing, slightly lower tempo. I think it better serves to keep us in control as much as possible. And we're not relying on our fullbacks to bomb forward nearly as much. They're still getting up there, especially File playing that complete wingback role. Akhmedov's still getting ahead as well. He sometimes gets a little caught out. Like if they get the ball out in like this area, he'll come here, which allows somebody to kind of overlap on the outside. Then it takes a while for us to pick them up over here. That is something we need to work on. Perhaps we do this. Let's go. Let's make this switch and see if this works. We'll swap the anchor and the segundo volante. I don't know. We're trying something brand new. A bunch of our players are wanted. We did not move anybody out again except for the youngsters on development loans. So it's going to be, this is the same lineup that we ran in the last match, and I'm going to stick with what is working. It's going to be Juriaka in goal, a back four of Akhmedov, Zentner, Adieli, and File. Niederlander and Samishaheen in the midfield. In the attack will be Rochelt and Henrich in support of Stavridis and Marvin Yusin. Now, Yusin has only gotten a couple of goals. He picked up an assist. Not the most prolific. We are really spreading the scoring out quite a bit. 2 for Rochelt, 2 for Stavridis, 2 for Yusin. Goal each for Hoffman and Schaefer in there. Carlos Zickinger, obviously, having scored one. He is on the bench. He had picked up an injury. He is better now, but you know what? I'm not messing with what has been thus far fairly successful. Now, we are on the road. We don't play as well on the road as we do at home, but I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem against the Karlsruhe team, who, even though they are favored in this match, they are in absolutely horrendous form at the moment, but they are playing a 4-2-3-1, and hopefully that does not give us too much trouble in this one. We are keeping our fingers crossed. We're in the black. They are in the blue. We are in control as we are underway in this match. Already picked up a handful of wins, handful of losses as well. We've still lost more than we've won, but I think we are moving in the right direction. And even the matches that we lose, except for the opener to Hanover, of course, which you've seen, we're not getting obliterated. We're having a lack of some luck. Players are getting dispossessed fairly easily. Like, I feel like the defense, the opponent defense, is being able to get themselves stuck in a little better, and they'll catch us on the counter as Seeger puts them up 1-0 less than 3 minutes in. All of the things that I am saying about how we are doing so well just absolutely flown out the window in that one moment. But you saw how easily we were dispossessed. They really are able to get in there, and I have not been able to duplicate that with my players. Just how aggressive they are on those tackles. Get stuck in just isn't enough. I don't remember if I have it reset as a baseline. As Rochel carries up, Stavridis on, it's going to deflect right into the hands of Weiss, and he will deal with that pretty easily. But our first of hopefully many shots on goal in this contest. But Karlsruhe, right now, looking at the average position, is kind of taking it to us as Kobold looks to get it started again. Vanashek back for Kobold. See, we just kind of like hang back, and we're not really getting in there. I don't remember. I have been turning on Get Stuck In. All right, I don't have it on. Let's put that on and see if that does anything for us. Hopefully we don't pick up any stupid penalties. Now that I've said it, we naturally will, but good recovery there by Niederlander. Samishaheen quickly up for Henrich. I was going to play it. Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Literally, I just said as long as we don't make stupid mistakes and we don't do dumb things, we have an absolutely horrific back pass by Paul Henrich, which is met with a penalty that was forced by Rafael Adieli, and I am at an absolute loss I just cannot believe how idiotic this team has gotten all of a sudden. We have played so well in the lead up to this match, and all of a sudden, absolute frickin' morons. I've got to tell you, and it's 2-0 Karlsruhe, less than 9 minutes in, so we're going to go to a more attacking mode. I would love to just take Adieli off right now, but I don't want to waste one of my substitution windows if I don't absolutely have to. Hopefully he has learned his lesson. And it's right after I turned on the get stuck in. I don't know if it had actually taken effect, but it could be just that I'm saying it out loud. Stavridis has it. Back, Shaheen, Yusin, Henrich, feeding Stavridis, and Weiss able to make the save. And their goalkeepers, again, on camera, just look like absolute world beaters every time we play them. Corner kick, Rochelt sends it in, can't pick out a player. Niederlander looking back post, can't find his man. Is Kobold able to clear it? Gizero will pick that up and look to move it forward. Karlsruhe 1.15 XG already, just 15 minutes in, and they have a pair of goals on a pair of shots. One of them obviously the penalty, but good sweet Lord, how awful can we possibly be in this match? And I now am embarrassed that this is what you guys are seeing. I wish you could have seen any of, even the ones we lost, I wish you could have seen any of the other matches that we played. They were so much better than what we are getting here. Kizera looking to send it to the far side. Sommer wins the header. Fabio settles it, shoots it. Dryaka unable to get his hands on it, but he was able to make the save and keep it out of the back of the net. Thank God. Yannick Rochelt now has apparently taken a knock. He wants to come off. Part of me wants to get him off, although he is the highest rated player on the pitch for us right now. So Yannick Rochelt, you are staying out there for the moment. I just got to throw my hands up at this point because there is absolutely no reason on God's green earth for the performance we are seeing out of this team today. And another highlight for Karlsruhe, lost off of the free kick. Akhmedov settles it, plays it back to his goalkeeper. He's just going to boot it long. So much for our short play out of defense, distribute to center backs. Rochelt to Stavridis, has a man on him, so we'll lay it off for Niederlander. Samir Shaheen in a bit of trouble, back for Adieli. Niederlander, we are not making the smart passes right now. Henrich, Samir Shaheen out wide for Foul. This is better. Foul carrying it forward. He's got men in the box, sends it in the middle, finds Paul Henrich, and Henrich makes up for his previous error, picking up his second goal of the year to have Karlsruhe's lead. It is now 2-1 for the home team. And that is the way we've been playing. We actually haven't necessarily been getting it out so wide so much as just finding guys, making the runs, getting into those channels, into the box. Niederlander knocking it away, but Karlsruhe able to recover. Bournemouth dropping it back, but Marvin Houston is there first. Marvin Houston swept away from him. Vanacek wins it back, plays it forward. Sommer out wide to Fabio. Finds Angerine, looking to move it ahead. Angerine out wide, gets past his man toward the corner, still with it. Niederlander doesn't win it back. Vanacek up for Bachmann. Kizera out wide. Karic, plenty of space on the left. Looking for Angerine, popping it on goal, and Dryaka will handle that pretty easily. Decent defense that time. Obviously, letting them get it free on the near side was not really what we wanted to do, so we are going to once again demand more from our team. It's just a couple of minutes left in this half. Still plenty of football left to play for this team to get their act together and actually play football the way they are supposed to be playing football. I can't believe Marvin Houston got caught like that. I mean, he's got decent speed, doesn't he? Okay, not really. Maybe Marvin Houston is not the guy up front for one of those breakaway opportunities. 3 minutes coming and going here in this first half, and we have a lot of work to do in the final 45. I'm not going to say we're happy with the performance so far. How about show me something else in the second half? And now you can still improve. See, this makes guys happy. Guys like this. Yeah, baby. All right, we are going to get Marvin Houston off, and we're going to bring in Ohene Cole. He doesn't have a lot of, not really game fitness is not really his thing right now, but that's going to be the only change we're going to make. Henrich on the yellow card. We're going to keep an eye on him. Now, he did score the goal, so we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt for at least the next 15, maybe 20 minutes or so, see how things go. Of course, now that I've said it out loud, he's going to pick up a foul in this highlight, and we're going to be screwed. Cole, around the side, he's got Stavridis. Stavridis with the man in the middle. Henrich is there. He was offside, though. Yeah, they didn't even raise the flag, but I knew that right off of the jump. Now, we've kind of pulled even a little bit more on possession, a little bit more on shots on goal. Obviously, the XG is going to be in their favor because of the penalty they took. There was an offside there, even though it was a beautiful save by Dryak. Oh, no, final third throw-in. These are just so deadly. They score like 90% of these. I hate this match engine sometimes so very much. It is just so ridiculously predictable that I can say throw in, they're going to score. And look what happens. Throw in, they score. They're just able to find every open man, finding the seam, getting through. FM26 cannot come soon enough. Played around the side off of the free kick. File. He's got two men on him. Henrich with a blast, and Weiss able to deflect that behind. Basically had to force that off. Fight it off. That's the term I was looking for. Rochelt in. Adieli can't win the header. Out. Niederlander. Out wide. Rochelt. He's going to be offside, isn't he? Yep. So damn predictable. Recycled corners. Whenever they give it back to the corner taker, he's always offside. And I did not want to turn this into a rant episode, but Football Manager right now is forcing my hand because all of the stupidity that you find in a Football Manager game, we are finding in this Football Manager game. Yet another offside. Hopefully we can win it back quickly. Still lots of time. It ain't over yet. Seeger, though, looking to go for Angerine. Zentner knocks it away. Back in control. Rochelt will drop it back to his defenseman. Zentner across to his partner, Adieli. Up ahead, Henrich quickly. Stavridis. He's got runners, but he's dispossessed by Kobel. Niederlander wins it back, but right to Bachmann. And now here they come. Seeger to Sommer. Bournemouth. Okay, they're going to take their time, dropping it back to Weiss. Kobel. Out wide, Karish. Now we're just chasing after them. They've got terrible fitness, but we're the ones doing the chasing. Stavridis, what a win. Rochelt, Cole, Henrich, almost knocked off of it. File to Samir Shaheen, and a terrible shot. We make an absolutely gorgeous play, and our finish is... absolutely. Oh, my God. You guys are... at least you're being entertained. Rochelt, Henrich, that's high. Good thought on the free kick. But the execution in the end, just not what we needed it to be. Corner kick. Before we do that, we're going to start making some changes. We're going to bring Philip Franke in place of Samir Shaheen. Akhmedov will make way for nobody because I don't really have anybody to play for him. Stavridis, I think he's played pretty well. We're going to bring in Joshua Mies. We've played Mies a bit more coming off the bench as a striker in that deep-lying forward position sometimes. I think he just adds a little bit of heft. He has always felt to me like a bruising type player. I thought they were going to call a penalty there. Every time. We just... two beautiful tackles. Do we win the ball? Absolutely not, because Football Manager. Now, Pachman finds his way. Angerine, thank God he couldn't get that one on target. We still have 30 minutes left in this match, though, my friends. And... we're already playing a higher line. We're going to go a little bit wider. This seems to have worked. We're going to knock the tempo up a little bit. Maybe we should work the ball into the box off, but we'll see. All right, Henry or Rochelt, you're done. Schaefer is no, not Schaefer. We're going to bring in Kian Schreier. Ooh, Kobold almost made it 4. This is just absolutely brutal. I mean, the worst part is, in general, I feel like we have been the better team. It is just all of the chalk stupidity that Football Manager could possibly muster in a single match has come to light for us. Like, how did he miss his man? How did that pass miss? Kian Shear? I just don't know anymore, guys. I don't know. Adieli to Henrich. I mean, at least we're not going to be in the relegation zone after this match, regardless of what happens. Still, again, plenty of time. Zentler, Niederlander, Franke met with some resistance. They're playing this high line again. And I think we maybe need to get more direct. I hate to say it. File. Plays it through. Henrich! Come on! Why he didn't pass it to the man on his left? Catch the goalie off guard. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Shear up the left side. Heavy touch. Loses it to Vanacek. Finds Angeline just standing alone in space. Seeger out to Kazera. And now all of a sudden, they're setting up their offense again. Karic, Kazera. Drops it to Kobold. They're just going to waste time. They are just wasting my time and your time. We've already been playing this match for 15 minutes. We've been in the match for 15 minutes already. And it's just been 15 minutes of me complaining about Football Manager, which I can't believe I've had to do. Vanacek, how did he get that good of a shot? I mean, he missed it. But an absolute howitzer. I think we do need to open this up a little bit. Henrich. Schreier. Out for Akhmedov. Stop dribbling, dude. Hoffman over the top. Oh, Cole would have been offside, so Bournemouth takes over. Summer to Fabio. Get in there. Oh, Shear picks it off. Moves it to his left. Come on. Come on. Into the middle. Henrich. It gets through. Mies. He's blocked. File. Can't win the header, and Seeger's in possession again. Here comes Karlsruhe. Oh, my God. What is wrong with this team? I'm going to put this shit on site. We just are getting none of the breaks. Absolutely none of the breaks. Manuel File's been excellent in this match, by the way. Both offensively and defensively. He's really been trying to make things happen. But we're like, look how listless we are. We're just so, like, we don't want to be here. And I said more direct passing, not throw it only where the Karlsruhe player can get it. The File stepping in front of another one. If we even come close to winning this match, he's the man of the match, in my opinion. He's got it a bit isolated. Finds Franke over Hoffman. Oh, my God. That's what I get. That's what I get for putting in shoot on sight. That's what I get. That's what I get. I got a 30-yard blast from an anchorman. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this episode so far. It's been a long one, and I apologize for that. While you're here, hit that subscribe. If you've made it this far, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please and thank you. Henrich has it. He shoots. Can't get it through the sea of bodies. Franke back for Mies. Mies, come on, guys. Penetrate. Akhmedov. We're allowing them to push their line forward. And we run out of the highlight room. We are allowing them to push forward and keep us out of the box. And I don't know why we are so ineffective against a bad... This is a terrible team. Karlsruhe is an awful team. They had lost, I believe, 4 of their last 5, picking up 1 point in those 5 matches. And now they're playing us like they're frickin' Bayern Munich. Leotard... Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't watch the replay. Just put me out of my misery. Unbelievable. Karlsruhe 4, ELVERSBERG 1. And we just have had absolutely... Look at that. XG of 2.27. We almost matched them on XG. And remember, they had a penalty. So their 3 goals that they scored from open play, or their non-penalty XG, is so much lower than ours. We have had fantastic chances, and we just could not take advantage of all but one. Absolutely, absolutely dreadful, dreadful, dreadful performance. We're on the road, so I'm not throwing the water bottle, but I'm going to thrash my arms and let them know how unhappy I am. We are in 13th, just 1 point clear of the relegation playoffs now. Luckily, still only 8 points from the top after 9 matches. God knows how that has happened. We have, oh, by the way, we've got Eintracht Frankfurt in the second round of the DFB Pokal. I was originally going to potentially come back for that, but I'm like, yeah, that's not a good idea. We're going to go all the way through the end of November. We're going to take on Grunter Fürth in the next episode, and hopefully we are better next time than we were this time. If you enjoyed the video, thank you very much for making it this long. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you back next time. Until then, bye-bye.